Welcome back. Now, as you can see, we got Ripuka here at the camp. There was nothing really explaining why she's here, in terms of story. She's like, nope, she's just here, so let's actually just speak to her.
My!
Oh dear. Good day. At last I can say hello. I'm aware that you know who I am, but my name is Ripuka. Call me whatever you would like. I suspected that you would soon forget about me. Some would call it a cause for concern. Some. Enough about that. You might be wondering why I'm here, or why I am traveling with the others, aren't you? I mean, the others don't even seem to recognize me. I, too, am alarmed by their indifference. Something about this strikes me as odd. At least it references this fact. Have you any idea? You do, don't you? It's because you were the one who summoned me here, right? I should have known better than to expect an answer from you. Fine, so be it. You've summoned me here to assist these measly fools in battle, is that correct? She's not speaking to him again. It's like she's speaking to me, as the god of death, etc., etc., etc. Don't worry, I won't stab them in the back. For now, that is. Be sure to speak with me now and then, so I won't change my mind. Good day. Untoma Queen. But ignore Sheena's poor naming conventions for now. The thought of battling this enormous beast makes me salivate. So much blood. Pain and suffering are linked to mankind's emotions, was it? The kind that brings a buckle to your knees. Alright then. I've heard the phrase, the water of life, but I'd much rather bathe in blood. It really makes you feel alive.
Sure.
More than anything, I'd love the anticipation that arises when your opponent is hurtling towards you. Unless you've experienced it firsthand, I doubt you'd ever know what it's like. When I gaze into the eyes of something as grotesque as this Untoma Queen, I quiver. We are cut from the same cloth, it seems. I'm struck by a peculiar sense of déjà vu. To consume blood and to murder. For both me and the Untoma Queen, life has no other purpose. Deny it.
What is it?
My, you must be questioning if there's more to life for me, Not a damn thing. Would you like to show me otherwise? Perhaps some naughty fun would do me good. I look forward to it. Alright then. Firstly, congratulations are in order. You have a new party member. So the fun is just beginning. So I'm assuming this was meant to be like as if we picked her up from the start of the game. So it's like we're catching up here with these little scenes here. I don't intend to do the other camp scenes, by the way. It's just... it just doesn't feel like they're really that attached to the story, which is what I felt was most important. As usual, however, no one else has sensed me, so I feel somewhat lonely. Do you think this is a bug of some kind? I recall you mentioning the subject before. Something about impurities. Say she's special. I see.
Sure.
I suppose I'll be spending some time taking your thoughts into consideration. I've been waiting. I was worried that you'd ignore me during such a pivotal moment. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that I had a twin sister who was separated from me at birth. Ah, so I'm assuming we would have had Ripuka see Ripuka, etc. Am I understanding the situation correctly?
Oh,
No.
my.
You see, I couldn't give a damn about the other me. All that matters is that with every swing of her sword, she revels in the death that soon follows.
Sure.
Upon seeing myself in person, I realize this is who I truly am. Myself and the other one. Who is the real me? The answer eludes me. I'm sorry. Maybe I should think before I speak. No.
My!
Oh, good day. I can tell by how often you approach me that you're quite interested. However, is it me? Or the me over there?
What shall I do?
That is the question. Yes, for me. It isn't nice for me to be the only one who's being watched. So maybe one day, I could visit you. She sounds like she is speaking to me, not Arata at all. What will do when that day comes? Beats me. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Ludens and Ludens. Is my existence related to theirs? Well, not like I care. Wonder what my kin think of the version of myself who shows no remorse for killing others. Will they write me off? You are who you are? That's what I think. I believe I'm different from the other me. It's hard to explain.
What shall I do?
I can't say for certain whether or not it's a good thing. It's just that if you think of her behavior is acceptable, then I'll play along. If I continue killing martyrs, if I serve my purpose like a useful tool, would you let me continue traveling with you? There's nothing else I can do. Please, keep talking to me. Aww. Seems like Elle's memories are quite jumbled, but I don't think I have much confidence in my own memories either.
Sure.
For example, I remember killing Mita with my bare hands. And I remember being overcome with ecstasy as I became drenched in her blood. I remember the feeling well indeed. It's bizarre though. Carnage and waste feels like it took place ages ago. I'm always hearing noises, and they have been getting progressively worse. There's a voice screaming in my head. The voice, it orders me to kill, and I feel compelled to listen. But now I feel a yearning to obey you. When did that start? Mita? Poor Lucille and Elle. I'm glad no one else can see me at the moment. It's unfortunate.
My!
Oh, is that what you're thinking? For example, I don't think Lucille could ever forgive me. Are you suggesting that she and I settle our dispute in battle? An enticing offer, but the now is not the time.
Listen here.
It would only upset Sheena, thus sending her further into despair. She will need someone to support her through her ordeal, so that she can reach the most gruesome death end, of course. Oh dear, oh dear. So I'm assuming that's after Al went crazy. Wasn't it terrifying? Lucille's expression, I mean. Talk about demented. I felt my heart shiver. Well done, though. Watching everyone band together to save Lucille. Yep, and she went crazy.
Sure.
Lily, Al, Lucille. They should consider themselves fortunate. Happiness isn't a given. It makes sense. None of my victims would want me to go quietly into the night. It will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on, etc. But I never asked to be born. Life is suffering, I guess. If I continue to follow you, I wonder if it could lead to a more fulfilling life.
Sure.
No matter where you go, I'm here beside you. I've got nothing better to do, right?
What?
Sheena's memories. She was...
My!
Oh, I'm sorry, I was in a daze. Don't feel like talking right now. Let's save it for another day. The world's all changed, hasn't it? I see. So this is what she wished for. Iris sure had a hell of an imagination. Is this everything you wanted? Can you hear me up there? Are you smiling right now, or are you sad?
What is it?
What kind of emotion could you be feeling? Please tell me someday. While I'm still sane. Oh. Finally. It's finally happened. I died. Oh, right, there we go. It feels oh so good. It's coming back to me. My desire to kill. And such. The voice that's been echoing in my head. Kill. Kill. Let me kill someone, anyone. Oh? Of course. There's someone right in front of me. How convenient. In fact, there's 6 of them. Forever the problem child, Ripuka. Huh? You aren't still clinging to that foolish desire to kill, are you? Haven't you noticed? My emotions. I guess someone was unsatisfied with your killing obsession and killed you off. Isn't that right? God of death. Yes, it is, yes.
What?
That's why you... No matter where you go from here, I will continue to honor Iris's wishes. I know not what kind of future awaits us, but you're right. I will ready myself for whatever comes next. The relationship you and Ripuka shared was a pleasure to watch. Doesn't matter how hard I try. The voice in my head just won't stop, but I... Let's find some place far away.
Excuse me?
No matter how far I go, What? Huh? I'm going to be born again as someone that's not me. So be it. I cannot live without my madness, and I'll take my leave.
Listen here.
You lead now. I'll always be right behind you. Okay. Can't interact with Ripuka anymore. Right, so we should, in theory, be locked into her ending. So let's go to the point where her ending would start. So, we are back. It was an unusual scene. A noisy conference room bouncing with bright, passionate discussion. The location was the company known as Enigma Games, and the heated debate took place between a man and a woman. The conversation concerned the contents of a flash drive, which felt warm to the touch as it sat plugged inside of a laptop. Organized in the flash drive were rows of songs, the sounds of which could be heard from the earbuds of the person wearing them. It was a bespectacled girl with chestnut hair. Sheena eventually shut her laptop and removed her earbuds with a sparkle in her eye. This song, it's so good! The red-haired girl sitting opposite to her responded with a lack of interest. I see, that's nice. Seriously, this is one of my favorite songs you've written.
I am not sure.
Oh, really? Of course, I wouldn't give you an empty compliment. It perfectly conveys what an NPC would be feeling before she confronts an evil boss during a climactic scene. To top it off, you arranged this based off the Kingdom's theme song, did you? That's so cool! Sheena beamed as she described the list of things she loved about the song, and the girl sitting in front of her smirked.
Sure.
Yes, I might have borrowed a motif or two from the theme. I'm impressed you noticed. Arta Mizunashi, who has been eavesdropping on the conversation, then piped up. You've really changed, haven't you? Upon realizing that Art had addressed his question to her, the red-haired girl smiled before deciding to play coy.
My!
The song, or were you talking about me? Both. I thought your style better suited dark, melancholic songs. Maybe I've simply improved my arrangement skills. When I put the voice in my head down to sheet music, I let it all come out. World's Odyssey has more happy events. It's important for the score to reflect that. The girl strained pensively outside of the window. There we go. And Sheena followed suit. How many years has it been since the first iteration of World's Odyssey went live? I don't know. The game's been running for years now. With longevity comes more fan expectations. What a ride. I'm just glad to work with such an amazing team. I guess this career isn't too bad. Keeps things interesting for me, at least. Sheena clapped her hands together, suddenly seeming to remember something. Then she opened up a notepad that sat atop her desk. Oh yeah, the other day I took a survey of the game's most popular tracks then. See, look, most of the top ranking songs are yours. As an admin, I can't just ignore that. Look at how much praise you're getting. My soul is leaving my body. This song is heaven to my ears. Wow, they're pretty hardcore. Arta laughed nervously before the red-haired girl offered her response in monotone.
My!
Really? Had no idea I could kill someone with my music. Wish I could have known sooner. The meeting continued for a short while longer, and afterwards the red-haired girl left the office and headed into town. Are we following her? Alright then, I suppose. It was likely that some of the folks she passed in town had played World's Odyssey before. However, there was none the wiser that this girl, who strutted about in her red coat, was deeply involved with that game. Did I keep you waiting? Let's go. the job you recommended for me is tougher than it looks. No matter how many songs I finish, I just can't catch a break. Guess this is my own personal death end. But I never imagined the world outside to be anything like this. I think I'll stick around for a little while longer.
I am not sure.
Oh, that's right. There's a new song that I showed to Sheena. I want you to hear it too. The title is... What? Oh, I hate when stuff does that. It's just like, I want to know its name at least. What's wrong with knowing the name of the game? I'm assuming this one in the credits right here, right now. I'm assuming that. Alright then, so I suppose that's it for us, Death End Request. I'm assuming there's not something post-credits with this one. We'll find out later. But seeing as we're at the end of our journey with this game now, unless there's like new DLC or other stuff that comes our way, or I feel like doing some of the camp events or something like that, which is possible, but I have no inclination right now. Let's put it like that. I don't feel like they add to the story. Ripuka's did, but the others, they never grabbed me. Never grabbed me. But, right, so, opinions of the game. I do feel, most definitely, that this is the best compiled heart game I've played. By far. Like, it just is. It's so much better than Mary Skeletor, which was high up there previously. It's like, that was a really, really good game. I enjoyed that. It's like, yeah, they're getting better still. This is the thing I really, really do like about compiled heart. Is like, they genuinely feel like they're getting better as they carry on with their games. It's like, you look at the Neptunius series, like, the spin-offs are a bit... It's the best way of putting it. But their main games, the ones they make, they do feel like they're getting better and they're understanding what they want to do. It's sort of like they're in two minds. They've got the Neptunia series and that fun stuff like this, which I'm very appreciative of. I love this type of stuff. This is fantastic, fantastic. But, so I could praise this game for a long while. I've praised it throughout us doing this Let's Play. It's like really, really good. And once again, thank you to Idea Factory International for giving me a code for this game. Thank you so much. But there is some buts with this. It's very much like, it's probably a bit too heavy on the visual novel stuff. It's like there need to be a bit more gameplay throughout it. It's like the start of the game, there was barely any gameplay for like 2 hours. It's like, need a bit more gameplay, I feel. Music's good. Graphics good for what these guys do. It's like, it could be much, much better. But for what Compile Heart are capable of, budgets they have, small company, etc, etc, etc. Good stuff, good stuff. Story-wise, though, I think that's where we have to come in here with stories. Like, it started off fantastically. And then towards the end, it's still good. It still had all, like, the same kind of stuff that made the first part of the game stuff, but it felt rushed. Which is really weird when you go to the middle of the game, and it felt a bit slow. The pacing was a bit off here and there, probably for the sake of the gameplay, to be honest. They tried to fit in the gameplay with the story, because it's like, they was constantly repeating that point of like, wait a minute, the NPCs are real people. Like, yeah, we know this now. Why are you still going on about this? You've been going on about this for a while. You haven't progressed the story. And then when it finally got on from that point and carried on, it seemed to rush towards the end, which is like, you could have fixed that and fleshed that out nicer. So it's like, the story, good. I did enjoy the story, etc, etc. But it's like, it's sort of like slow in the middle, and then rushed at the end. But still really good. It's like, if that makes sense to anyone. The only thing I can feel right now, though, is that it's very much like the game was unfair to Lydia. It feels like we need more stuff around Lydia. So I'd love to see a sequel where we could have more Lydia. Like Lydia was fantastic. With the little bit we had, she was fantastic. And I do, obviously, have to reference the fact, like, part of that is clearly because of Sarah's voice work. It's like, I like that character because of Sarah's voice work. Yes, I may be biased because, you know, like me and Sarah, but I've liked Sarah's stuff before. Like, I got involved with her. It just very much is. Like, no. Like, she's really good at what she does, and it's like, and the little she had, she gave that character life. I'm thinking like the like Lydia's ending. That wouldn't have been as impactful if you didn't have a good voice actor doing the scenes previously. I wouldn't have cared as much about the character. Like Ripuka here, like there's not much voice work at all with her in her ending, and it's like I didn't care that much. But with Lydia's ending, I cared because I felt connected to the character. Same with the other characters. Just no. It's just that sort of thing of like, it shows voice acting is important in these games. I wish more of the scenes were voiced. Again, I understand there's budget, but you know. I'm assuming, yep, no post-credits. Okay. So yeah, there's my opinion. Basically, my end result of this is like, I would very much like a sequel to this, more focused on Lydia, and obviously bring back Sarah. Clearly bring back Sarah, because she did good stuff here. So, right, okay. That's us done for Death End Request. We shall see you in whatever you want to watch next, or the next Compile Heart Idea Factory game, which should be on this channel, SuperNep. In theory, just depends. I mean, that has been rated by ESRB, so it should be coming soon-ish. But there are other games throughout this year from this company. So, that's us done. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. A lot of people seem to enjoy this as well. So, yeah, this was good. So, ta-ta for now.